G'day folks, welcome back. So now comes the part that I hate the most about camping, and that's striking camp, or packing up in other words. But I thought I'd give you a look at it because last night it was a bit dark once I got everything set up, so I couldn't really do that. So here's the campsite with the bike, all set up with my hammock and everything in between a couple of nice big trees. There's a railway line just running through the back there, as you can see there, and this is just all bush. And over there's the motorway. Didn't hear much of that, to be honest. Once I fell asleep it was all good. And there's a roadside rest area up there with toilets and running water and all sorts of stuff. And I'm sure you can hear there's lots of birds in the bush here. It's absolutely beautiful. To be honest, I actually had a really good night's sleep. Apart from that bit, I don't know, whatever time it was, where I really wanted to go to the toilet, but I was so comfortable that I managed to force myself back to sleep again because, whatever. And the other thing, of course, is once you get out of a hammock, trying to get back into a hammock again when you're sleepy is really quite a mission. Well, I'm so not a morning person, I really am. Anyway, campsite's packed up, and now to just put all the leaf cover back so it doesn't even look like I've been here. And I feel like I've done the right thing, really. There we go. Just noticing that we've got televisions appearing here on our fuel pumps. Ooh, electric vehicle rapid chargers provided by the RACV. Royal Automobile Club of Victoria, for those wondering. Anyway, so let's back out onto the motorway. Oh, we've just passed 10,000 kilometres. 10,008 kilometres on there now. G'day folks, my name's Simon. I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. This channel is all about motorcycles, adventure, camping and touring. That bit sitting beside a truck that I really don't like. I've seen what happens when truck tyres blow, and I really don't want to be beside one if it's going to happen. And they often do it just without any provocation whatsoever. They'll just blow. Or they'll spit out a huge chunk of tread off the tyre and spit it out the side and things like that. There's a good reason why truck drivers don't like cars and motorbikes sitting beside them. And that's because the things on the side of a truck can kill you. So here we go, so we're crossing over the Murray now on the Spirit of Progress Bridge. There we go folks, the Murray River and the railway bridge beside us. Welcome to New South Wales now. So if you've been watching along and watching all of my videos, then you'll have got to see where I've travelled through New South Wales all the way down through the alpine regions of New South Wales and down into the snowy region. Where I climbed up Mount Kosciuszko, the highest point to the very highest point on the continent of Australia. And then I went down into Victoria, down around Wangaratta, Glenrowan, all the way across to Castlemaine and Ballarat, down through to Geelong, and then started heading back north again. Of course, I haven't done most of it on freeways. I've done most of it on back roads and the alpine roads and that sort of thing. But right now I do need to keep moving and eat up as many kilometres in the day as I can. And I'm hoping to actually get up as far as Sydney if I'm lucky. Okay, so just had my sandwich, a nice cold drink and a relax, but I've only done 70 kilometres today. So I need to really haul ass. I need to basically make it to Campbelltown. I've booked myself in hopefully to the Ibis budget in Campbelltown. So I've just passed the motorway exits for Holbrook and Wagga Wagga, and I wanted to go out via Wagga Wagga on this trip, but sadly I've run out of time. And Holbrook looks, oh wow, there's a whole castle built there, look at that. How random is that? Holbrook looks like an interesting place to visit because on their tourism sign on the side of the motorway is a big colour picture of a submarine. Yeah, there's lots more places for me to visit in this country than I could possibly poke a stick at. We're 117 kilometres from Gundagai. The Dog on the Tuckerbox is an Australian historical monument and tourist attraction located at Snake Gully, 5 miles, 8 kilometres from Gundagai, New South Wales. The dog section of the monument was cast in bronze by Oliver's Foundry in Sydney, and its base sculpted by Gundagai stonemason. So the whole story around the Dog on the Tuckerbox though actually goes back a lot further, and the dog's actually been mounted on his Tuckerbox, first erected at a site 9 miles from Gundagai in 1926. As I was coming down Conroy's Gap, I heard a maiden cry, "There goes Bill the Bullocky, he's bound for Gundagai. A better poor old beggar, never earned an honest crust. A better poor old beggar, never drug a whip through dust." His team got bogged at the 9 Mile Creek. Bill lashed and swore and cried, "If Nobby don't get me out of this, I'll tattoo his bloody hide." But Nobby strained and broke the yoke and poked out the leader's eye. Then the dog sat on the Tuckerbox 9 miles from Gundagai. So there we go folks, the Dog on the Tuckerbox. 5 miles from Gundagai. Now I've said 9 miles and I've said 5 miles. You're probably wondering which is it? Nobody actually knows. Nobody knows because the poem's so old and there's been so many rewritten versions of it that nobody's actually sure which one it is. There's also been songs written about the Dog on the Tuckerbox, multiple other poems, but the two poems that I read out are the original one by Bo Yang York and the other one, his name's just completely gone out of my mind then, but they're the two oldest ones that are known. And a bullock dray was the way they carried the freight up and down through this area here, 200 years ago, even 100 years ago, there's things like that, 150 years ago. And the bullock drays would literally be a wooden cart pulled by bullocks, kind of like water buffalo. And yeah, that's what they used to do. Hard life. Oh, car's off in the bush in the centre divide. How do you manage to do that? Oh, it's all smashed up too. They've gone right off the road there. I think that car overtook me before. Hope they're alright. I'm just passing by Goulburn now. Still got 145 kilometres to go, and I should be able to get fuel in about 25 kilometres, so that's all good. So it's funny, I've got like 145 kilometres to go. I've actually got 142 kilometres range on the bike. All fueled up. An hour and 10 minutes to go, 116 kilometres. Every one of these motorway services has a completely different layout. Very confusing when you're trying to drive a truck through them, because they're all different. So I did tell the Ibis that I'd be there between 6 and 8. I didn't think it was going to actually be as close to 8 as what it is, but there you go. Wow, he just pulled straight out there without even speeding up a bit. Huh. Anyway,